What is up, you guys? It is your boy, Phoenix Brent here, and welcome to today's video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the Arizona Cardinals. Now, before we get into today's video, like and subscribe. Here on the road to getting to 700 subscribers. But with that out of the way, let's just get into this video because, this is going to be kind of a quick one. I feel like because. I hate when people say that this is a debate because it really isn't a debate to me that this is the worst team in the NFL. This is by far the worst team in the NFL. And I hate when people are saying that, the Dolphins are worse. Meh. They're not, okay? First of all, Dolphins are a better quarterback. I don't care who starts in Arizona. Two, they have a better running back. Three, they honestly could probably have a better receiving core. Like, they could potentially, but I think I will give the edge to Arizona, especially with the tight end as well. But, and then I feel like both offensive line and defense are both pretty shitty for both teams. And they're both basically the same levels to me. And I hate that this is a debate. Because Arizona is clearly worse. Both head coaches are, by the way, both new head coaches. But I just can't. I don't really think, any of these are really going to be worthwhile moves. And, let's start off with their offseason. They lost Jalen Thompson, what was probably one of their best players, and Dalvin Tomlinson, and Calais Campbell. They went and lost decent players and didn't get much in return. They did sign Isaiah Salamo, who I think is a solid offensive lineman, but that's about it. That's really all they did. And their draft, they didn't really fix much with that either. Caleb Proctor, that's a nice player, I guess. They also went and obviously got Carson Beck, Chase Bosniks, and Jeremiah Love. They did not do what they should have done during the draft. I said this once and I'll say it again. Not that I hate Jeremiah Love, because Jeremiah Love I think is going to be a great player. Is that they should have focused on the trenches or something like that in the matter. They should have done something like that, or trade back potentially in the draft as well. What they shouldn't have not done is address what was one of the biggest strengths of their team in the running back position. Say it as all you want that James Conner or Tyler Algier aren't great running backs or good or whatever. It's not the worst position on this roster. It's not even close. In fact, it's probably the second biggest strength of this roster. Or at least top 3 or 5. And they went and addressed that with their 3rd overall pick. That's really just how much I just don't think this team will be good. And before you're like, oh, this is a biased fan, man. You're a Seahawks. No wonder why you're saying this team is the worst team. I'm not saying that because of it. If I really was saying it because of it, I would say the Niners are the worst team in the league because they're my least favorite team in the NFL. And I don't see anybody saying, oh, I'm going to have them go 0-17 this year, aren't I? No. Could this be a little bit biased? Maybe. I don't have any grudge over Arizona at all. But, exactly. It's just, I don't understand it. And, let's look at their depth chart. Let me just go over their starters and tell me, how many players do you actually know, if I was reading this to you, that even were starting caliber players? Jacoby Brissett is their starting quarterback. Jeremiah Love is their projected starting running back because it's been a mixture between probably him and James Conner. Marvin Harrison Jr., Michael Wilson, Kedrick Ward, those are the receivers. They have Trey McBride at tight end. Then our offensive line has Paris Johnson Jr., Isaiah Salamo, as I listed before, Elijah Forholt, Isaiah Adams, Elijah Willikins. I'm sorry if I'm butchering any of these names. Then their defense: Josh Sweat, Roy Lopez, Nolan III, Darius Robertson. Linebackers are Coey Simon, Mike Wilson Sr., and Xavier Collins. Their secondary is Will Johnson, Buda Baker, Andrew Wingard, Denzel Bluerke, and Garrett Williams. There are a lot of those players who I don't even know who they are, and that's genuinely concerning. And I'm not hating their quarterback position. Okay, Jacoby Brissett is a decent quarterback. He's not insane. He's not going to, like, get you to a Super Bowl, but he is decent. But it's just the team around him is just not great. Their offense is okay. Their defense is just ass without Josh Sweat and Buda Baker. It's just non-existent. I'm sorry. And their schedule doesn't really give them much mercy either. They have to go get so many of potential playoff caliber teams heading into the 2026 season, which is why I just can't see this team going anywhere. And I'm not even going to lie with you. I think their floor is going to be 1-16. Looking at the schedule, I only could see them at their worst probably beating the Jets at home. The rest is literally still going to be the exact same, as every team will beat them easily. Because that's how bad this team is. Now let's go with their ceiling, all right? Let's go with their ceiling. They will lose on the road still against LA. I think they will still get swept by Seattle and 49ers. I think they'll get swept by actually just their entire division in general. They're going to get swept by, I think, regardless. So let me just make sure that's there. They will still lose on the road against the Giants. You will still lose at home against Detroit. You will still lose at home against Denver. I do think they can't beat Arizona or Dallas on the road because they have this. I don't know why they've just been such a weird team with Dallas. It seems like they always beat them. I also have the Chiefs on the road here. I do think they will beat Washington though at home. They will lose to Philly at home. I think you could get the Saints on the road. You get the Raiders at home. So literally, I'm not even kidding with you. Their ceiling is 5-12. Literally, I am guaranteeing you this team will land with a top 10 draft pick this year. This is the lowest floor that lowest ceiling and floor that I've gave any team heading into the 2026 season. That is not a joke. This is a legit fact because that is how trash this team is compared to their schedule. And yeah, sure, Miami, like I said before, doesn't have the greatest roster in the world, but I think it's better than Arizona. I think if Arizona was to play at home against Miami, I think Miami will probably win that game. And potentially even New York. But I feel like, especially with the bye week at week 14 for Arizona, I think that's just kind of going to be the case. And it's kind of sad for Arizona to get this ruthless of a schedule because this team is mad trash. This team is nowhere close to being good because their division is involved with some of the biggest competitors to a potential Super Bowl in the NFC. Like, if you completely ignore the worst team of every team in the division, NFC West is probably the best division in football. I know people might disagree with me on this, but 49ers are Super Bowl contenders. Rams are Super Bowl contenders. Seahawks are Super Bowl contenders. Let's see here. Let's remove the Commanders in the NFC East. Let's say that. I don't think the Giants are Super Bowl contenders. It's the same thing with Dallas. NFC North. Lions could be Super Bowl contenders. Could. Bears could. Packers, I just don't think so. NFC South, abso-freaking-lutely no one. Even if you could get rid of one. The AFC West, I only could see the Chargers potentially. I haven't even seen them win a playoff game, so I would say maybe not, honestly. I'd say maybe only the Broncos. The AFC East, if you remove the Jets, Dolphins still exist. AFC North, the Bengals are not going to a Super Bowl. The Steelers are just a wild card team at best. And the Titans, I mean, let's face it. I don't think any team but the Texans are Super Bowl contenders. So there's that, right? I am tired of people that think that this team is just not good. Or, well, this division is not the best if it weren't for Arizona. And I feel kind of bad for Arizona, just because, like, they're going to just get brutally beaten this year, but at least they potentially will land the first overall pick, which is kind of a relief. The question is, what will they use the first overall pick? And if, well, I mean, I guess this is a good question to ask. What should be the Cardinals thinking of? What are they going to be drafting? Like, if they're going to get the first overall pick? Or when are they going to get the first overall pick? That's an interesting question. Because, like, this team is that bad. And I would probably guarantee you this team will at least land a top 3 draft pick. Now, what position will they get? That's wait to be seen. And that will be until, like, April. But I just don't see this team going far at all heading into the season. And that is going to be it for today's video, and I hope you guys enjoy and have a fantastic day, and I'll see you guys on the next one.